Hey everybody, Perry here, and in today's video we're going to talk about 12 must-know features to authenticate ID cards, starting now. If you work in a job that requires you to check IDs for validity, I've put together a list of 12 different features on US and Canadian IDs that you should know so you can find fake IDs and validate good ones. Stay tuned and I'll go through the list. If you want more content like this, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also please make sure you hit that little notification bell so you get updates of future content. As I go through these features, there's going to be 4 different ways to locate these, and I'm going to put a little indicator up here in this corner so you can see whether it's a visual, touch, you need a light source, or it's a tilting action so you can find those features more easily. The first feature is a ghost image. And to find that, this is a visual inspection. Essentially, a ghost image is a smaller version of the original picture on the ID, just in a more translucent state. The halftone reproduction is usually set behind some sort of font or print. Ghost images are usually coupled with a feature called overlapping, which we'll talk about next. Overlapping data is another type of feature you need to be looking for. It's a visual feature that basically means that they are going to take different assets such as the state seal, signatures, or the text itself of the ID, and it's actually going to cross over into pictures or intersect with other different OVDs to make sure that they cross at different points throughout the ID. And this makes it extremely difficult for fake ID manufacturers to reproduce. Now bear in mind that not all these features are going to be used on every ID. There's going to be mixes and matches throughout different IDs throughout the country and throughout the world, so you need to be aware of what these features are. Next type of feature, which is a visual feature, is what we call the fine line or galoche pattern. No, not that guy. Basically what it is a series of lines that intersect with each other, making a lace type feature or a lace type ribbon look across the front of the ID. This is a pattern of continuous lines which starts with at least 2 lines or more and basically branches out to make a lace type of appearance across that front of the ID. The fourth kind of security feature that we find on ID is what we call laser perforations. What laser perforations are a little area on the ID itself that is actually laser cut with a laser beam, shot holes in it to make some sort of shape on the ID itself. For example, Arizona has the state of Arizona, California has a bear on it. Each state has some different features that they put out there, but what it is a laser that is shot through the ID, and it's actually a cone-shaped laser cut. So it's actually bigger at the top and it narrows down through the bottom. What you need to do is take a flashlight across the back of the ID so you can actually visually see the different designs that they put in there using the laser perforation. The next feature, which is a visual feature, is laser engraving. Laser engravings are actually etched into the material of the card itself and cannot be removed chemically or mechanically without doing damage to the card. The sixth feature, and one that needs to be tilted, is the overlay. The overlay is a thin protective film that is applied to the very front of the ID to protect it, as well as incorporate a state seal or an OVD, something along those lines, that reacts as you turn and twist the ID. You'll be able to see it. If you like the information so far, please make sure you crush that like button. Also, if you would, in the comment section, please tell me what kind of job that you do. I'd be interested in learning all the different types of jobs that require ID confirmation. The seventh feature is what we call tactile features, meaning things that you can physically touch, the weight or flexibility of the card itself, any feature that is on there that is physically able to be touched to verify whether it's legitimate or not. The best tactile feature is actually the bend test. The bend test is a feature that you're able to do on any ID. Every ID should spring back into shape once you bend it like this. Any fake IDs out there will do one of 2 things. 1, they'll break, or 2, the overlay that's on the front of the ID will peel up and crease. That's a clear sign that that's a fake ID. The next feature is laser embossing, and what that is they actually take a laser and raise the plastic on the front of the ID, but not on the back side. And that allows them to usually put the date of birth in a raised configuration across the front of the ID so you can feel it with your fingers, as well as visually it's raised above the surface so you can see that it's been laser embossed. The next feature is the transparent image. The transparent image is actually a little window through the center of the ID that actually has the person's picture printed right on it. The cool thing about it is how it reacts to light. If you're looking at the light straight on, you'll actually be able to see the picture quite clearly. However, if you take a flashlight to the unit, the image itself will reverse, meaning that you'll get a negative view of the image. Now, fake IDs have a very difficult time reproducing this effect. The next feature, which is a lighted feature, is an opacity mark, meaning that if you shine a light through the backside, the plastic itself has basically a watermark inside the plastic, and when you shine a light through, you're able to see that image through the front side of the ID. And that's what we call opacity markings. Those markings are impossible to remove and very difficult for them to put in the fake IDs. The next feature is rainbow printing. Rainbow printing is a specialized type of printing on IDs, and this is most commonly found in the Minnesota ID, where they'll actually step through the color system on the ID itself. What it is a controlled, exacting color shift throughout the entire ID. It is done in a linear fashion, meaning that it goes from darkest to lightest before it transitions into the next color, and will go through every pigment on the way to the other color shift. And the final feature is the variable laser image. This laser engraved image is achieved by shooting lasers through different concave lenses to actually change the direction of the viewing angle. It will have varying different looks depending on which direction you're holding the ID. For example, if you had a hologram like you see on a baseball cap, that is basically the similar feature. However, this is able to be touched as well, so you get a little feeling of what the image is with your fingers. Now, I know we've covered a lot in this video, and I do appreciate you hanging out with me. However, this is all part of the IDing process, and if you want to learn more about the IDing process, make sure you click this video right here. Again, I want to thank you for watching. If you would, please make sure you hit that subscribe button right there. Also, if you would, please follow me on Twitter. And as always, I hope you've had a great day, and you've just been taken beyond the ropes. Thanks for watching BouncerTips YouTube, the channel that gives you tips, tricks, and tools to help you become a better bouncer. If you want to know more about how to become a good bouncer, make sure you watch this video right here. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button right there, and make sure you follow me on my website at www.BouncerTipsTV.com.